And I think we're up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today I'm going to run a United Airlines flight 2316 with nonstop service from Las Vegas to Los Angeles. In the real world, they did this ride in an hour and 11 minutes. We'll see just how close we can come to that. Aircraft is cold and dark. I basically just got in here with the paperwork, and we're pretty much just getting ready to get started. Alright, let's go. DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switches on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gears down, 3 green, and 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar is set to test. And master caution reset. Full in-op test. And overheat fire test. Alright, ground power is available. We're going to get on ground. Confirm with the AC selector.
Correction, -5.
And let's get set for unconditioned air right now. And galley power's on. And let's align our IRS. Emergency exit lights are on. Let's just cycle that trim switch. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. Let's enter our position. And we are at KLAS. And let's see what the IRS is picking up here. So what's in the database for Las Vegas is pretty close to what the IRS is picking up, so there really aren't any issues here. Alright, flaps are up, and showing up on the aft overhead. Let's give them the position and logo lights. Let's get some pressure in here for the brakes.
Estimating 600530, Tata Tanana 0555.
Copy, thank you.
Alright, we're good. Alright, that takes care of the originator flight. Let's move on to the pre-flight. Leading edge devices test. Service at the phone is off. Reverses are extinguished. The EC switches are unguarded. Crew oxygen is 13,000. Passenger oxygen's normal guarded. Flight recorder's normal guarded. Let's just check that, and that does go off. Mach speed test warning 1 and 2. Might be too early for stall warning. Yeah, we'll come back to that. 3 green on the landing gear. PSU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow.
From present position, now you may proceed direct to
Oxygen flow is good. Lights test. That. And let me have progress.
Go ahead, please. Donkey, go ahead.
Exactly, we're estimating the real time 0520.
Alright, lights test is good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, alternate flaps are off guarded, spoilers A and B are on guarded, your dampers on, VHF nav's normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal. Source selector's auto control panel is normal, fuel temperature is about 30, fuel pumps are off, cross feed check. Is good. AC/DC panel set, galley power is on, equipment supply and exhaust is normal, emergency exit lights are on, no smoke and seatbelt signs on. Window heat, and we'll run the test. TAT test. Wing and engine anti-ice are off, hydraulic pumps electric 2 and 1 are off, 3 entranceways are open, test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panels all zeroed out. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. Let's reset the master. Overheat test. That's looking good, and we are set for unconditioned air. Today's ride's 28,000. Okay, and let's check the outflow valve. Alright, we're going to use the left igniter this ride, and our lights are good. Alright, let's get ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer.
8,000 feet, connection 01.
ATIS is 132.4.
Temperature 33, dew point -6. Altimeter 29er. Density altitude 4700 feet. Caution bird activity. IDIS update delayed due to ongoing system checks. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
Okay, from India
Las Vegas Airport. Information November. 1656 Zulu. Arriving runways 8 right, 1 left. Departing runways 1 right, 8 left. Wind variable at 6. Visibility 10. Fuel at 25,000. Temperature 33. Dew point -6. Altimeter 299er. Density altitude
And we have
4700
November.
feet.
Clearance is 118.
Caution berth activity. IDIS update delayed due to ongoing.
Las Vegas clearance, good evening, United 2316. Looking for IFR clearance as filed to Los Angeles with November.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
So United did this ride in an hour and 11 minutes, so we'll see just how close we can come to it. Actually, they were in the progress of running this ride when I grabbed it from FlightAware. Oh yeah, they just popped it up on the screen. I didn't hear them come back at all. I wonder if they're working on it. Cleared to Los Angeles via a radar 2 departure, then is filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. We can expect flight level 280 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.9er, squawk 5441, and we can expect runway 26 right on the way out for United 2316. Yeah, I didn't do any of that stuff. All right.
United 2316, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.1.
All right, let's go to ground. Bring that up here. Let's get this set now. We're cleared up to 6. And 54.
318, Siva direction Siva to Samba, level 190, KLAS clearance limit, after Container 11,
6 right.
Ladies and gentlemen, buenas tardes. On behalf of United Airlines and the entire crew,
All right, that looks pretty good. All right, let's program the flight management computer. Let's get our ride in here today.
departing from Las
KLAX.
Vegas and heading to Los Angeles.
And this is a UAL
We
flight.
kindly ask you to take your seats,
2316.
and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please do not hesitate
Radar
to reach
2.
out to any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us
Blah.
today, and we hope you have a pleasant journey.
And that was... And on the way in, they used Angel.
Flight level
Right,
320,
and that
request
was
flight level
Shatner.
340, utilize 71.
Right, and they're
2171, prime
using...
initial flight level 320. Copy opposite direction, traffic Corsair 752. Aircraft type Airbus
It's going to
333.
be Circus.
Currently maintaining flight level 390. Expected time of crossing at 14. Report sighting and crossing.
Let's have a peek at today's ride. Alright, we're out to Rudy.
Rotary climb
Cells,
level 320.
radar.
And be looking out and
Blah.
passing the traffic.
And then we're hitting Shatner. Smash, Sally, Gleason, Angel, Con, Boyle, Circus, and then from there we're going to pick up the approach and we're on our way in. Let's take a look at some charts.
Battery 311, contact 633.25, mass down.
Confirm 133.25.
FM 13325.
13325.
Radar 2. Right, Rudy, they want us above 4, that's in. Shell, they want us below 8, that is in. Radar, they want us above 13, that is in, and that's into blah. From there, we're going to get picked up on the arrival into LA.
Had 480, you're at a contact, maintain 380, Mark 85 station.
And what do we have on the way in? Angel 4. And we're going to get picked up at Shatner. Shatner, Smash, Sally Gleason, 280 knots between 24 and 30. That's in. Angel between 19 and 24. That's in. Con above 17. Boyle above 14. Circus 270 knots between 12 and 14. That is in. That's all looking pretty good. Make sure there's no crazy waypoints in here now. And then we'll pick up into 424 and the hold, and that looks good. Alright, let's get our weight, payload, and all that good stuff in here now. Fuel this ride is going to be 13.9. Payload is going to be 30.1. And that should give us a zero fuel weight of 125.2, 26.3. And that looks good. Alright. Zero fuel weight 125.1. Let's get our final reserve.
For Romeo, after Toulouse, you can have 3 speeds.
With the alternate is 58.17, that's going to be 5.9. Cost index, I said was 18, right? 18. And we're cruising at 280. Yes, and that's in. Alright, let's get our winds, top of climb. 150 at 25. And the OAT is going to be 7. We're not going to derate the engines. I see GS said was 26. 3, right, flaps 5. 436 on the trim.
Drive to Egmore, Qatari 4 Romeo Romeo, thank you.
Alright, slope, we got an upslope, 0.8 with a heading of 255. And runway slope up 0.8. Oh, what do I have there? On the heading 255.
89er level 360.
Okay. Winds were variable, so we're not worried about that. Engine out is going to be a $143. Let's get our descent forecast in here. We're at 28, so we'll put 20, 15, 10,000. Let's go to top of descent. We're looking at 8. And right now we're looking at 30.03. And again, that could change. All right, 20, we're looking at 137 at 26. 15, 133 at 35. And at 10, 111 at 23. And that's looking pretty good. We're going to go to route data. We're going to request the cruise winds. We could put them in at Shatton and Smash and Sally. 150, 25, 150, 25, 136, 24, but we'll let the computer do it. We did everything else, though. All right, that's done. One more quick peek. Make sure there's nothing screwy in here. Alright, looks like all the constraints are in. There are no weird waypoints. So the computer should be able to handle this ride the whole way, basically. Alright, that looks good. We don't need to load data sheet anymore. Let's get the pedestal set up. Now the pedestal I set up in case we have to come back. We whacked some birds, we got an engine issue, we got to come back to Las Vegas for some reason. I put this in so it's already programmed, being that I'm here by myself. So, airport elevation. Yep. 267.
At 127, super ready contact me, tape level 430.
Good morning.
Alright, so that's cross-check. That's looking pretty good. Holding at 6.
Qatari 83 Charlie. Good morning.
Okay.
Maintain number 300.
259
Okay, number 300. Qatari 83 Charlie.
on the course. Frequency is going to be 110.3.
MS4, Nano, something 125.3. 1253, Emirates 49.
Alright, so that's set, that's set, that's set. Ground is in. Tower is going to be 118.75. And departure they gave us 125.9. Alright. And center is already in. Alright, pedestal is good. I'll take terrain, position, data, airport, station. I'm on the master, you're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. And our initial heading is 259. And we cleared up to 6. Alright, so that's all set. Alright, my clock is fine. Nose wheel steering is normal guarded. Let's check the auto flight system. 1 and 2 is looking good. Let's check the displays. And the lower one you're not going to be able to see because of say intentions. Alright, primary flight display, artificial horizon is level, ground speed 045 on the speed tape, V1's 135, 143 on the engine out, 259 is the initial heading, decision height is 267 if we have to come back, local pressure is 2999, we're cleared up to 6, I have terrain on the nav display, and the standby gauge is set, N1 is set auto, speed reference is set auto, fuel flow reset, auto brake selector is set for rejected takeoff. And let's let that run amok. Alright, and we have a clean board. Bottles. Our bottles are full. Cargo test. That's looking pretty good. Let's get that test done. That test is done. And let's check the stall warning now.
Climb, crossing, climb.
That's good. Alright, stall warning and test is good.
Climb, clear of conflict.
Alright.
Descend, 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 crossing, descend. Descend, crossing, descend.
And let's get on APU.
Descend now. Descend, descend now. Increase climb.
Disconnected from the gate.
Increase climb. Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain vertical speed.
Pressure's good.
Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
And we'll do the systems test.
Flight slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
We're just about ready to get out of here.
Sink rate.
So in United, 2316 did this ride in an hour and 11. Matter of fact, they probably just finished up this ride in the real world.
Don't sink.
They were on their well on their way when I put this together from FlightAware.
Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain. Flight slow.
We're waiting on the APU
Bank
now.
angle. Bank angle. Approaching minimums.
What is your level today?
2500.
91 Hotel, via Bravo 457, Alpha 453, climb flight number 300, request 320, carry 91 Hotel.
Alright, APU is up.
200.
That did click, yes. And let's just say we waited a minute.
40. 30. 20.
Alright, we're good. Let's get disconnected from the gate. Let's call for push.
Grounded cockpit, tower's driving up.
And they can wait on us.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Obstacle ahead. Pull up.
Etihad 918, contact on 132.85.
13285, Etihad 918.
Alright, we're pretty much just about ready to go. Now we get a little air in here.
460 clear ALS, 30 right, will report established code 042.
Heavy, traffic central 1248. Together 124.3 Philippine 5683, good night.
Guy's gonna lift us up. Or did I miss the call?
Philippine 5683.
Maybe I missed the call.
Roto climbing 17,000.
Philippines 5683, radar contact, continue climb to available.
If not, we'll back out on our own power.
30, Philippine 563.
Las Vegas ground, United 2316, with you, Terminal 3, Gate Delta 53, ready for push and start with November.
United 2316, Las Vegas ground, push and start approved, tail north.
All right, we're good to go. Let's get that clock going. Let's see if they're going to push us back. I don't know if they're pushing us back or we're just rolling back. All right, let's get these puppies started. Any collision lights coming on? We're starting to. Yeah, that tug isn't even connected to us. We're just basically rolling back. I don't know what happened there.
Battery 91 Hotel, continue climb to platform 320 and fly direct to Egmore.
Battery 91 Hotel, present position, direct to Egmore and climb flight number 320. Shukran.
We'll finish backing out on our own power.
Good evening, level 3990.
If you have 44 X-ray evening for your radar contact.
All right, 2 is stable. 1. Gen 2, we've got juice.
Ready, copy Abdullah Papa 708 to
Good, and let's start 2. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't connect.
Fare 21107,000, Laminar 1001, Island 30.
Program approach identified, ILS 30 news information, Quebec NH 1001.
Island 30, 1001, Delta 2110. Good evening,
All right, 1 is stable, locked at idle. Gen 1. We've got juice, probes, hydraulics, APU, and we've got a clean board. Oh, the doors weren't even closed. That could be why. Get those doors closed, Louis. Thought I closed them. That could be why. All right, let's back out the rest of the way.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set the parking brake.
All right, let's see if they're going to push us back. See, it would be nice if they didn't disappear off the network. Be able to see them drive away. You know, we're not going to wait for him. We're going to back out on our own power.
Emirates 142,
stand by.
12, good night. 13212, Emirates 142, good night.
And how I missed that. Getting old. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to disconnect and we're going to see them or if they just disappear now.
Good evening, Emirates 954 Heavy, flight level 390, estimate hour 31.
Emirates 954, good evening, identified, and you clear Papa 559 to Alpha.
Sure, Papa 559 Alpha.
Let's see if we can back out.
So is disconnected and bypass
Oh, there you
has
go.
been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Oh yeah, definitely getting some flickers here.
Ladies and
Take a look
gentlemen,
at that.
buenas tardes. Welcome aboard United Airlines Flight 2316, departing from Las Vegas and heading to Los Angeles.
Alright, they're disconnected now, so let me have taxi.
Please pay close attention to the
Flaps, you're
upcoming
going to
safety
TA, auto,
demonstration,
you're coming off
as
test.
it contains important information for your safety, even for
Oh,
a frequent
here's my
flyer.
brakes.
To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle and pull the strap to tighten. The seatbelt must remain fastened whenever
I'm
the
going to have to
seatbelt
run
sign
another
is
ride
on.
after this and see what's going on with this.
Please return your
That was a
seat
little
backs
weird, that
and
whole
tray
backup
tables to
setup.
the upright position, and ensure your window blinds are open for takeoff.
Alright, that's all looking
Mobile
pretty
phones
good.
and electronic devices must be set to flight mode, and larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing.
And we're on ground,
Smoking
right?
and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board.
Las Vegas ground, good evening, United 2316. With you, Terminal 3, Gate Delta 53. Ready to taxi to runway 26 right.
And breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask
You're going to give
before
us
assisting others.
Charlie,
Life
Bravo.
vests are located under your seat or
United
between the seats.
2316, runway 26
To
right,
use,
taxi
pull it
via
out,
Quebec 1,
place it over
Quebec,
your
Charlie
head,
1,
and fasten
Charlie.
it.
I'll clear the taxi to runway 26 right via Quebec 1, Quebec, Charlie 1, Charlie for United 2316.
Level lighting.
All right, we're
to
outta
the
here.
nearest exit, which is clearly marked. There are two exits at the front.
I've not been able to figure out how to get rid of these moving vehicles again. I don't know what they did to the latest update in X-Plane, but the airport DAT edits don't seem to work anymore. And as you can see, I get flickers now, and I really don't need these vehicles. It would be nice if Laminar put a checkbox in their setup to just get rid of these altogether. Especially for those that are running, you know, systems that are on top of the grade. You know, if you're not running a top-notch computer, it would be nice to have aircraft that you need, but these things you don't really need riding into each other and into gates and over one another. Would be nice to be able to just get rid of them with a simple checkbox instead of have to edit stuff.
Type 44 X-ray, contact 132.85.
Yeah, look, one vehicle on top of the other. Should give us the ability to get rid of them. You want to play chicken? All right, and they gave this to us, Quebec 1. And we're going to take this out to Charlie 1. So we got a left on Quebec. Over to Charlie 1.
From 662, maintaining level 390,
So it looks like the latest update fixed the lighting that was going on in here. There was a gentleman over at AVSIM that made a temporary fix, but it looks like the new airports that got put in with the latest update has Vegas looking pretty nice now. And what do we got? We got a left here. We got to go to Charlie 1.
Good evening, Golf 2168, descending 10,000, information runway 1001.
Golf 2168.
Yeah, if I get rid of the airport vehicles driving around, a lot of these flickers will be gone.
Right, continue descend altitude 6,000. Continue descent 6,000, go fare 2168.
One good thing is the tiller stopped pulling to the left every now and then, and I basically didn't change anything. I pretty much gave up on it. I figured I'd deal with it when it yanks, but it kind of stopped on its own. So I think the latest update from Zibo 34, I think it is, took care of that. Alright, this is Charlie 1, alright? They gave us Charlie 1 to Charlie.
Go ahead.
And this is Charlie right here.
Roger, Pakistan 352, present position, proceed direct.
And then we got this down to the end. And that would basically be Bravo 1. Well, we're pretty light. We can actually go to Alpha 2.
Pakistan 309 requesting further descent. 210 Pakistan 309. 09.
But they gave us Charlie, so we'll go all the way down. We could probably turn right here. We're light enough. Whoa. Big flicker. All right, let's bring that up now. On the SID, we had radar 2.
United 2316, contact tower on 118.75, still long.
Contact tower 118.75, United 2316. Good night. Vegas Tower, good evening. United 2316 with you, holding short, runway 26 right, ready for departure.
United 2316, Las Vegas Tower, runway 26 right, winds 330 at 3, RNAV Rudy, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, United 2316. Oh, good. It's all good, let them know. Auto throttle, get my clock going, you're going to GARA, and we should be good to go.
Aircraft maintaining Procedural 3900, France 1904.
Good evening, Air India 995, radar contact on handover, main flight level 400, follow flight plan route as with report as with.
400, continue flight plan route.
Alright, 40% on the throttles. Stable, Toga. Brush set. Airspeed's active.
80 knots.
Check. Throttle hold. We're stable to 80.
B1, rotate.
995. Go ahead.
Positive rate.
995,
Gear up.
Descent flight level 380 due turbulence. Roger, Air India 995.
400.
Flight level 380, Air India 995, thank you.
So from 400 feet, the auto flight has it, so we'll see how she does. I did.
1,000.
Los Angeles. Oh, that looks great.
2316, contact Las Vegas departure on 125.9er.
Contact Las Vegas departure on 125.9er, United 2316. Good night. Las Vegas departure, good evening, United 2316. With you, climbing through 3900 for 6,000. Inbound, Rudy, heading 249. So they want us 230 knots maximum above 4 with 4,200.
2344, need ident again.
And 23, you change it, 44 and ident. I'll squawk an ident, 2344, United 2316. They should see us now.
United 2316, radar contact, 3 west of Las Vegas at 5,000.
Last one, speed check.
South emitter 3,000, climb and maintain 6,000, maintain present heading vectors to Rudy, then on course.
Vector Cerruti, then on course, climb, maintain 6,000, United
That's gonna
2316. All right, we're at 6,000 right now. Flaps up, speed check. And we're going to be inbound cells, that's 189.
United 2316,
Nice view.
climb and maintain flight level 240.
Climb, maintain flight level 240, United 2316. So we're going to follow the charts out now. They want us above 13 at radar, above 8 at cells. Right now we're at 6,000. We're coming up on cells, we're 3 miles out, and we're going to pop on up. And above 13 at radar, that's basically it on the way out. So once we pass cells below 8, which we should be, we're at 6,600, and we're a mile out, so we'll probably pass that at 8. And then we're good all the way up to 24, what we've been cleared to. Not bad. All right, Vegas, taking all the losers home. The winners go home by private jet. And we're going to 180 in the radar. So the departure is pretty much right on the button from the flight management computer. Hopefully we have a nice view coming into Vegas. We're coming into runway 24 right. We're going to have a decent taxi on the way in as well. That should be coming into view now. Got that long straightaway into 24 right. Coming in from Circus. For those that may know the area or the charts.
6233 heavy approaching Cockpit.
And that's 10. Get it cleaned up
Dear
here.
guests, buenas tardes. We are pleased to inform you that the use of approved electronic
Pressure's coming up
devices
nicely.
is not
Temperature back
prohibited
there
in
is
flight.
nice and comfortable.
Our cabin
And 1 and
service
2,
will
EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity,
For your
vibrations.
attention,
Fuel flows all
we
looking
enjoy
pretty
your
good as well
flight
as
with
our
United Airlines.
pressure and quantity on the hydraulics. Not bad. Another one right out of the ballpark.
From SNS 664.
United 2316, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Climb, maintain flight level 280, United 2316.
Show SNS 664, maintain flight level 390, scope 0574. Approaching KLAS.
So radar, they want us above 13. We just passed 13 with 13.4 climbing. So that constraint is met, and that's basically it on the way out. And another 23 miles will be done with the SID out of Las Vegas. And we're going to be basically right on the approach at Shatner 20 miles later into Los Angeles. And we're fighting a 17 knot headwind. What are we cruising at? 689. We'll probably bump that up. I think they're, let's see, I think it was 435 on the ground speed is what they had programmed in, so, or what they filed anyway, so we'll see if we can match that. And we're going to be coming up on radar now. We should have 11.8 on the fuel. We're still 12.1 on the fuel. We're 8.5 miles out still. 200 miles to go to Los Angeles. And we'll have 8.8 on the fuel when we get in. We'll be cruising another 30 miles. And it's pretty smooth. We're going to let them run
United
around.
2316, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.625.
Contact LA Center, 124.625, United 2316. Good night. Los Angeles Center, good evening, United 2316. With you, climbing through 18,000, flight level 280. Inbound radar, heading 180. And let's get on standard pressure and cross-check that.
2316 Los Angeles Center, good evening.
Descending through Niner 048.
Pretty much uneventful. Just the way we like it. Alright, that's radar. We're into blog. That's going to be 166, and in another 10 miles we're done with the SID. Let's break out of that chart. And let's bring up LA now. And when I say we had Angel 4. Pressure's coming up nicely. Temperature's nice and comfortable. All in all, great run. Gotta love these quick rides. You're not at cruise all that long, so it's not enough time to get bored. Alright, we're coming up on block Who. And we should have 11.5 or 11.6. We're still 5 miles out. Holding 8.7 when we get in. 187 to go to LA. Here's a number for you.
405 localizer 25 left.
And we're going to be inbound Shatner now. That's 197. And passing Blau puts us at the end of the SID. Pretty clear out, so we should have a nice view coming into LA.
Direct commit, unit 10.
Matter of fact, let's have a peek on the back end here. Gleason. I checked these earlier, they were good, but we'll just double check them. Gleason is 280 knots, so you know what, let's change that. And we'll come in like the space shuttle. Right, and we are inbound Shatner now, that's looking pretty good. Alright. And Jill. Cannon. Boyle. Circus. And that's looking pretty good. Look at that.
Right on the west channel for P.O. DME approach, runway 18 right.
Alright, Circus is good. Skull de Corbria. Palic.
$1,000 to go.
Alright, that sounds means we're coming up on cruise. Where are we here? Bria, Palic, Livid, Broke, Merce, Kobe, RB. On our way in, and then the mist, that's looking pretty good. All right, we're at cruise, 280. That's 23 minutes from the gate, 12 minutes from the runway. 75 minutes, we're going to start down at 6:26. We're due down 6:37, so 11 minutes. We're not going to be up here long. 167 left to go to Los Angeles. And we'll have 8.7 on the fuel when we get in.
Airlines shop will be available for you to browse. Thank you for your
Pressure's holding nicely. Temperature's nice and comfortable. N1, N2, AGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity. Vibrations, fuel flow, and hydraulics are all looking good. Beautiful run. And we're coming up on Shatner, 11 on the fuel, we're 11-1. We're still 4 out.
2316, expect the Angel 4 arrival, shutter transition. I'll call your descent in roughly 20 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner.
We can expect the Angel 4 arrival, Shatner transition, in about 20 minutes for United 2316, right? Yeah. All right, that's good. We are on Shatner now. That puts us on the arrival already. On the Angel 4. Now they're usually late with the transmissions inbound. If we have to request lower sooner, we may have to.
Good afternoon, Singapore 23, Singapore 410.
And we're inbound smash. And we're fighting a 25 knot crosswind. Their ground speed was 435. Ours is 408 right now. Let's pick that up a little bit. See if we can match their speed a little better. They filed 435, so we'll get real close to that.
It's 4 Victor Romeo, leaving flight 390. Qatar is 4 Victor.
And that should be coming into range now. Bump it up just a little bit more.
The flight water control, water control.
So their filed speed was 435. Right now we are 431, 32, 33, 34. So we're just behind them a touch. 435, it just flipped. So they filed 435. We got a ground speed of 435. So we're pretty much, we should basically be coming in right on time for the most part. And let's see, we've got what, Smash and then Sally. About 40 miles we should be on the moving map display in Navigraph, although we're already on the arrival into LA. And the night lighting that you're going to see on the arrival, those are my night lighting edits. I changed the one from Laminar Research. So if you don't like the lighting, that's on me, basically, not on Laminar. And we're going to start down in 45 miles. 7 minutes. 140 miles left to go to LA. Pressure's holding nicely. Temperature's nice and comfortable. Oh no, beautiful run. What do you got? Oh, my meds. Yeah, you late. It's after 3. Let's see, what do I have? 40 miles top of descent. We're good down to 24. Let me just put that in here. Just in case. I gotta go take my medication. I'm a little behind schedule here. I'll be right back.
by the way, Flight 1672, good afternoon. Maintain level 160, number 0.
Flight 1672, radar, good afternoon. Flight to Peter Papa Golf, report ready for descent.
Peter Papa Golf, covering for descent, Flight 1672.
Flight 1672, declare direct to fire.
Declare direct fire, Flight 1672.
Radar, good afternoon, Dynasty 6852, 2000, 1000, and then 1 Alpha, departure.
Dynasty 6852, go to radar, identified, climb by 210,000.
Climb by SID 10,000, Dynasty 6852.
All right, 3 o'clock meds are done. Now we make it out of here. 2:15, we're inbound Sally, right? All right, within the next 20 miles, we should be on that arrival. And that's coming into range now. We're starting down in another 25 miles. 120 left to go to LA. Give them a few more minutes before we get them back in their seats. Oh, I hate that medication. Oh. Yeah, I think we're going to have a nice view in LA. I don't know if the camera's picking up the lights way out in the distance.
The first Malaysian 1149, Selamat Petang, passing 1000, squawking 2652.
Malaysian 1149, selamat petang identified, climb by 210,000.
Climb via SID 10,000, Malaysian 1149.
What are we looking at? 19? Yeah, give another minute. LA Center, United 2316. We'd like to descend into the LA area via the Angio 4 arrival Shatner transition if we can.
United 2316, descend via Angel 4 to 14,000 shutter transition into Los Angeles, altimeter 3004.
I'll clear the descent via the Angio 4 to 14,000 Shatner transition into LA. Altimeter 30.04 for United 2316. Thanks. All right, that's all set. We got another 10 miles top of descent, and we're getting back in their seats now. And we've been cleared down to 14. We're going to follow the charts in. We're on the moving map display here now. Inbound Sally. So at Gleason, they want us 280 knots between 24,000 and 30,000 feet. Right now we're at 28, so this constraint is met. We're at 285 knots, so we just got to slow a couple of knots and we're fine. And here we're looking at that. Looks good. Let me have you and Circus. Right. That's 241. These are just basically visual references. That'll pop up on the nav display.
Station 1149, due to traffic, fly heading 160.
Fly heading 160.
And that is Sally. 10-2 on the fuel 9 when we get in. 99 miles left to go. And we are inbound Gleason 233. All this ride has been absolutely beautiful. From cold and dark, we're just about ready to start our descent. So our speed's coming down now. We're going to slow to 280. And we're on our way down. That's 33 minutes from the gate, 22 minutes from the runway. We've got 80 miles. We have 94 miles left to go. We'll have 9 on the fuel when we get in.
Return to your seats.
In the real world, United did this ride in an hour and 11, so we'll see how close we come
Use
to
of
that.
lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
All right, we're just about 280 knots, and we're at 27,000. So Gleason, that constraint is met. And Jill is next. We're good down at 19. Cannon and then Boyell. They basically cleared us down to Boyell. Well, all the way into Circus, really. Night lighting looks rather nice, but I may be a little biased. I am using my own night lighting edits there, so I wasn't too crazy about Laminar's lights, so I decided to rework them a little bit. And I'm also using reshade, so gives them a little extra punch. So if you don't like them, that's on me. Don't blame Laminar.
Bishop Mike Delta, Breda, good afternoon. Bishop Mike Delta, Breda, 1,500 PM.
All right, 280 knot descent now.
1008.
Beautifully done. All right, they want us between 19 and 24 at Angill. We're at 24.4 descending, so, and we're still 11 miles out. So that constraint is met. How we doing here? Pressure's coming down nicely now. Temperature's nice and comfortable. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, fuel flows looking good, as well as our hydraulics. Beautiful ride. And let's get set on the back end now, and that was going to be right. Let's just check this one more time. That is set. Decision height is going to be a deuce now. Cross check that. Right, and the pressure they gave us was 30.04, and it was 30.03 when we left, so it got a little bit better. So that's all right. We'll take that. All right, that's in, that's in, that's in. We're going to be 251. And we're looking at 108.5 on the frequency. All right, that's set, that's set, that's set, that's set, that's set. I'm on terrain. So we're pretty much good, and you can get set as well. And Angill 10-1, we're 10-1 on the fuel 9 when we get in. 72 miles left to go to LA. We're inbound Khan 241. Now who is that? Is that James Khan? Or is that Khan from Star Wars or Star Trek? Or maybe they share it now. Alright, we're not going to be on that till Circus, and that's all looking pretty good. So the flight management computer is basically doing exactly what I've told it to do. No problems there. That's enough air. Let's put that back toward the computers. Yeah, look at that nice view. We have some clouds, but they're broken up rather nice. That was for me. Like I said, we're following the charts.
United 2316, contact SoCal approach on 124.3.
I'll contact Southern Cal approach 124.3, United 2316. Good night. Southern Cal approach, good evening, United 2316 with you, descending through 18-1 for 12,000, inbound Boyell heading 241. And let's get on local pressure and cross-check that.
United 2316 SoCal approach. Good evening, Los Angeles altimeter 3004, cleared Circus transition. Expect the ILS runway 24 right approach into Los Angeles.
Yeah, altimeter 30.04, cleared for the circus transition, and we can expect the ILS runway 24 right approach into LA, circus 2316, thanks. Alright, so we're coming up on Boyel. Boyel, they want us at 14 or above. We're 16.9 descending right now. We're looking pretty good. 280 knot descent, and they want us 270 at circus. Let's put that in there right now. Bring that down. And what are we coming in at? Buck 44 in LA. And we're starting to slow down to 270. Very nice. So at Boyel, we should have 10-1 on the fuel with 10-1 right now. Still holding 9.0 when we get in. 55 miles left to go to LA. Pressure's still coming down beautifully. Temperature back there still nice and comfortable. Board's looking real nice. Can't see how it gets any better than this. This is absolutely beautiful. All right, we're inbound circus now. And that's going to put us on the approach in a 24 right. And we're doing the ILS approach. And we're on that shot already, actually.
United 2316, descend and maintain 10,000 feet, altimeter 3004.
I'll descend and maintain 10,000, altimeter 30.04, United 2316. So max of 270 knots, and they want us at or below 12, well, below 14 that is. We're at 13.6, and we're at 270 knots right now, so nicely done.
Get up 780, 15 miles, left on track.
That's the hold at RAFs, and on a mist we're looking at 251. Right, and then out to RAFs. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Oh, what a great view. I know the camera's not doing it justice. And these TVs are 11 years old. I should have new ones in about a month. I'm waiting for the Memorial Day sale to pop up at Costco.
United 2316, descend and maintain 9,000 feet.
Send and maintain 9,000, United 2316.
126.1.
So far, say intentions has been pretty decent on the way in. All right, we're coming up on Skull. Skull, we should have 10 on the fuel. With 10 on the fuel, still holding 9.0 when we get in. 40 miles left to go. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations looking pretty good. Pressures come down nicely. Temperature is nice and comfortable, and hydraulics are fine. So fuel's not going to be an issue this run unless I can't put it down. And from Skull, we're going to 252. And we're coming up on 10. And you are set.
Alright, I want to take 163, so I'm floating it now.
Oh, that looks great. And again, I am probably a little biased because I'm using my own night lighting edits. So if you don't like that, that's on me. But if you do like them, there's a link down below. You can go grab them. I think we're closing in on 20,000 downloads now. I didn't think it would be this popular. We're going to continue on down.
Ladies and gentlemen, buenas tardes. We are now beginning our final.
We're going to follow the charts now. What are we holding? I think we're holding it.
Please ensure that all electronic devices are turned off and stowed away until we arrive at.
Southern Cal approach, United 2316. We'd like to continue our descent into LA if we can.
Make sure your seats are in the full upright position with your seat belts fastened. The weather in Los Angeles is clear and pleasant. Our assigned gate is Terminal 7.
I'll descend at discretion, United 2316. Yeah, we're going to follow the charts in.
As we prepare for landing.
Alright, speed's going to come down to 240 now.
150,
We're basically straight in. With that, we're 30 miles out.
good morning, direct to Kampu, descend 11,000 feet.
So at Bria, they want us at 8,000 or above. We're 8,300. We're just getting ready to pass now. 9.9 on the fuel, still holding 9.0 when we get in. Oh, I think my dehumidifier is full. Alarm's going off. And you come on back now. Yeah, look at that. We're picking up the ILS already. And that's going to be 1. And a deuce on a miss. That is basically all set already. Should have a nice view once we break through these clouds.
Direct, Edmund, descend 5,000, right, that's your call. One minute. Equal step initially level 170. 70, 5196. Contact tower 118.3. 118.3, right, President, for the day. Okay.
A little bit of ugliness right here with the clouds. We get under this though, I think it's just a single layer. We should have a decent view. Well, the winds must have shifted since they did this ride. Or they're a little old from Laminar. Because in the real world they're using 24, right? So, and that has us on with a tailwind yet again.
United 2316, descend and maintain 4,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 24 right approach via Circus.
Descend and maintain 4,000, cleared for the ILS runway 24 right approach via Circus, United 2316. Yeah, we're well past that. And yeah, let's keep going. Let's slow down here. We should be breaking out of this real soon. And you know what? We're established here. That's looking pretty good. Let me have the other chop. A little bit of a taxi though. Got us coming in on 24 right, and we've got to go to 71 Alpha on the gate. So that's Terminal 7, which is on the other side. So we got a little bit of a taxi coming up. And you come on back and give me flaps 1, speed check. I'll take it. When I say we're coming in at above 43. And you know what? Give me 5 on the flap, speed check. And we'll pick up the localizer and we'll pick up the approach now. Single channel lock. Surprised we're not through this yet. Oh, here we go. Ground is starting to creep in now. Give me 10 on the flaps.
When ready, descend level 150. When ready, descend level 150, express cargo.
Yeah, we're coming through now. Would be nice if the clouds actually match a little better. But their live weather seems to be a little wonky in X-Plane. And our network guy just, I guess, can't seem to get it worked out.
United 2316, contact Los Angeles Tower on 120.905.
Contact LA Tower 120.905, United 2316, good night. Los Angeles Tower, good evening, United 2316. With you, 12-mile final, runway 24 right. Here's our view. Nice. Ah, let me have the gear. This guy's sleeping.
United 2316, Los Angeles Tower, runway 24 right, wind 260 at 6.
15,
Clear to land.
speed check. Clear to land, 2316. Alright, let's slow all the way up here. Oh, what a great view. And again, I'm using my own night lighting edit, so if you don't like that, that's on me. And it looks like they're using the aircraft in the opposite direction. 25 on the flaps, and we're set to go all the way down. Alright, flaps 30, let's see. Lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. Hopefully that guy's not going to get in our way.
What is your maximum level over altitude?
Oh, I can't wait till I get my new TVs.
Maximum level 350 over altitude. I've done up 441, what is that? Climb to altitude. Time level 350, I fly 9441. I say again, I fly 9441, climb to altitude. Time level 250, I fly 9441.
Got to bring the center monitor up a little bit, bring that one down a little bit on the brightness. Well, actually, I should bring the two sides down. I think the center looks the best. Hopefully he's going to be clear of the runway before we get in. Nice smooth ride. So the auto flight system has had this ride since 400 feet. I'll take it at 1,000. That's 50 minutes from the gate, 39 minutes from the runway, 3.5 miles out. Pretty nice run.
$1,000.
My bird, I've got control.
Contact radar 119.
Couple of flickies here.
Radar 1191, if you are going to be thank you.
Hopefully he's going to get out of the way. I hope he's not stuck there. Go right through him if we have to. I think he's moving.
400.
Nice ride. Well, except for the AI aircraft that's here. Pretty nice ride.
Approaching minimums.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Yeah, he's just taking off now. Continue. Looks like he's going to get out of our way.
100.
Prepare for landing.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And look, American right in front of us.
United 2316, contact ground on 121.75.
Going to ground, 121.75, United 2316. Good night.
123, maintain 360.
Don't try that at home. Unless you have one of these. Let's get the APU up and running. Who's that? Spirit. Oh, Biggie's Spirit. That's why you went out of business.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just landed at Los Angeles International Airport. Did you know that Los Angeles is home to the famous Hollywood sign, which originally read Hollywoodland? Thank you for flying with United Airlines today. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until we reach our final parking
See if this
position.
guy's gonna cross.
On behalf of your flight crew,
Another hard flicker.
thank you for flying with United Airlines. The local time is 11:56 p.m. For those with upcoming connections, please note the following. Flight 232 to New York, departing at 12:30 a.m. from gate 53.
Hopefully this guy's gonna
and
go.
Flight 125 to Chicago.
Los Angeles ground, good evening, United 2316. With you, intersection Victor. Looking to go to gate 71 Alpha, Terminal 7. Alright, APU is up. Let's get on APU bleed. And you can go to TA.
2316, Los Angeles ground, taxi to Terminal 7, gate 71 Alpha via Victor, hold short of runway 6 right, then Delta, Delta 8 Echo Romeo.
I'll clear the taxi to Terminal 7, gate 71 via Alpha, via Victor, hold short runway 6 right, then Delta, Delta 8 Echo Romeo for United 2316. Alright, so we're holding short right here now. That's up. Let's just say we waited a minute. Let's get on that, and we can kill 2.
Thank you, sir. Maintaining level 390. Emirates 202.
LA ground, United 2316, holding short runway 6 right. We'd like to continue.
United 2316, continue taxi via Victor, hold short of runway 6 right.
Holding short runway 6 right, United 2316. Alright, somebody on their way out? Or do you want me a little closer to the hold short line?
United 2316, contact tower on 120.905 for departure clearance.
We're not going anywhere. You know what? She's done. See, they get a little mixed up. Alright, you're coming off. You're good. You're coming up and off. Yeah, they get a little mixed up here. Alright, we're going to go taxi to our gate.
Emirates troubleshoot, center radar contact, maintain part level 370.
So say intentions did alright. A couple of issues, but considering it's AI, it's not that bad.
United 2316, cross runway 6 right.
Yeah, thanks.
Taxi via Delta, Delta 8 Echo Romeo.
I guess we had to force the issue in order for her to let us go. Alright, we got this to Delta.
Emirates 222, contact 123.1. Assalam.
1031, Emirates 222, bye.
Right, Victor Delta. Yeah, I can see the flickers. And that's because of all the moving vehicles that are on the airport grounds, which I really don't want. And it looks like Laminar's taking away our ability to get rid of them. So from runway to runway, that was 45 minutes. Right, what do we have here? We're 56. We got 15 minutes to get to the other side. Right, and what did she say? 8. And then, yeah, that's not right. From here, we're good on over. Definitely want to take a look at that approach coming into LA at night. That looked pretty good from here. Someone's definitely been working on the buildings and on the vehicles because they definitely look a lot nicer. I don't know, is that Codex doing it? Signage looks great. So who's ever been working on it's been doing a real nice job. I mean, they look real nice. The vehicles, the tanks, the vehicles. Well, the vehicles are from Traffic Global now. But What do we got left here? Right, this is what, Johnny? And we basically have that down to Terminal 7.
CDOT, low nose, maintain flight level 410 at the 430.
Yeah, see, I get a whole bunch of flickers now because of these cars. I mean, I could take them all out, but it doesn't get rid of the airport vehicles. I'd have to get rid of the vehicles outside the airport. I really don't want to get rid of those because they don't cause the flickers. It's the airport vehicles that do.
Hello, Ryanair 5382, control identify. Climb maintain flight level 230, proceed direct to KLAX.
Climb level 230, direct to KLAX, Ryanair 5382.
Alright, we got this basically all the way down to 7.
And 15 Alpha, left turn here, Alpha Sierra.
Stand 15 Alpha, left turn
Hotel
on
lights here.
Alpha Sierra, guided by 8131.
A nice looking airport.
Level 410, Etihad 2015.
Etihad 2015, correct control identify. Maintain flight level 410.
Maintain level 410, Etihad 2015. Good evening, Etihad 57 Charlie, maintain level 390.
Etihad 57 Charlie, control identify. Maintain flight level 390, CDOT.
Roger 390 CDOT, Etihad 57 Charlie.
I'm hoping that 3 new TVs that are going to take the place of these that have that variable refresh rate, because these are locked, may get rid of some of the flickers that I'm seeing as well. That would really be great.
8184.
But I really can't crank up the graphics any more than what they are now.
8184.
Alright, this is Terminal 5. And we're basically right in the corner.
Control identify. Proceed direct to Tasmi and decline maintain flight level 360.
But you know what? We're just going to pick a gate, any gate, because there's a gate open right there. We're going to take that right now. Very hard to get a gate in LA. That's why it would be nice if Traffic Global had the option of allowing us to leave a gate open on the back end. That would really be nice.
Control, good evening, Qatari 4 Alpha Golf, level 410.
Good evening, Qatari 41 Alpha Golf. Correct control identified. CDOT, maintain flight level 410.
You anti-collision. Let him run around. Alright, let's get locked down now. That was a pretty cool ride. Ground services, GPU set to chocks. Let's get some ASU in here as well. It's going to be here a while. Alright, chocks are in position. We can lose the brake. Ground power is available. We're going to get on ground. Confirm with the AC selector. Let's get set for unconditioned air. And don't need the APU. Galley hydraulics, you're going to stand by. And that should be it for the next crew. So this aircraft is basically ready to head on out back in the other direction. That was an hour and 2 minutes gate to gate. They did it in 1:11, so we're basically on time. A little bit early. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that ride and the view. I'm going to go check this out on the big screen. I don't know if did I not turn this on in the center. Yeah, no, it is on. Got to make some adjustments here on my screens before I do my next run. All right, everybody. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the ride. I always enjoy the company. Didn't have any conversation this run, but it's all right. Coming in here, taking a view, that's all right by me. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, everybody. I'll catch you on my next live run. Maybe later on tonight. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow. Take care.
Good evening, Emirates 858 Heavy, passing 4,700, climbing flight level 270.
Emirates 858 Heavy, good afternoon. Radar contact, direct to Cessna. Final level requested.
Direct to Cessna and stand by for the level, Emirates 858.
Kuwaiti 615.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. كويتي 615 radar identified. Continue على أمرك boxing for Fox departure.
Boxing for Foxtrot departure, Kuwaiti 615.